I'll come back. 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 I'll come back.
Why do you do this to me, you people? Okay, I'm gonna. I fucking hate you. Anyway. Milk, I'm gonna count us in because apparently we're live. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the thing. All right, time to be energetic. I have alcohol. Here we go. 5, 4, 3. Fuck you, Milk. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I hate all of you. Hello, and welcome to the Barcast, where the bar obviously gets lower and lower every week. Your bartenders for this evening will be Enigmatic Otaku.
You guys want some McDonald's white noise?
Fuck off, please stop.
Get me a McChicken.
Flammenwerfer.
I mean, it's kind of low.
Milk.
Yeah, I'll take a number 9 with some extra cheese.
And Rav.
What?
And I'm a non-pencil, and for those of you who have never seen this before, we are a podcast where we get guests on who are members of the MLP fandom, or sometimes they are actually members of the MLP show, etc., etc. And we ask them your questions for 2 hours, make them miserable, and get really drunk while doing it, and hopefully get them really drunk while doing it. And this week we have a guest. We were really excited, and he said yes. It's a horrible mistake on his part, but he said yes! Yes. And that is the wonderful TSparx. So,
Greetings
hi,
and salutations.
You guys may know TSparx because he is the manager of the MLP soccer team for the 4CC. It's the best.
It's called football.
They don't have feet. They're horses. Anyway. It's only for MLP is it soccer because they don't have fucking feet, they have hooves. So, whatever. Fuck you, Milk! Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start off asking you some really basic questions, and then we're going to move on to asking other people questions. In the meantime, I may be able to get to questions from the chat on Twitch. Usually I'm the one in charge of watching the chat, and Flutter Priest is in charge of this, and he's interviewing our guest. But Flutter Priest isn't here today, and his favorite player is Hyanon, so who gives a shit anyway about what he thinks, because he's garbage. So, instead, I would ask the chat, you can ask any questions you like when I ask for them, and I'll do my best to get to them. But first we're going to take questions from the thread. I may even take some questions from 4chan, for all I know. So, get excited! And we'll start off with some basic questions. TSparx, are you ready for this?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Good, because as we do this interview, we have a drinking word for the day. And the drinking word of the day is Pez. So anytime you in the chat hear the word Pez, take a hefty drink. I will be doing the same, as will our guest, or we'll just all be drinking a lot. So let us begin. TSparx. For those who don't know you, who are you and what do you do in the MLP world and fandom?
Well, let's start. I'm like a man of many names, so I do various things, but under the nickname TSparx, I help organize the football team for the Fortune board, MLP.
Mm-hmm.
Been doing that for like 2 years, testing and helping with stuff, and basically took the, in air quotes, main manager role since like, I don't know when was, not really sure when that happened actually anymore. Time flies. And yeah, so that's basically the thing I do. I watch PES, I watch it play itself, then we decide what the best things to run are, we run it, and hopefully we have some fun and win.
Well, that's wonderful. And how did you discover MLP in general?
MLP, the show that came from my online friends, let's put it like that. And that was like back in early 2011, I guess. Bandwagon really soon. Season 1 was still airing. And at first, I mean, we had like a community of basically people who would play together, multiplayer games and whatever. And it's in half are the complete crazy bronies, the people who just love the show to bits, and the other half that completely hates bronies and the show and everything about it. So there was like a bit of a feud, and eventually some of them actually managed to like completely avoid the show, but the influence of like the and just screen caps, songs, whatever, it made me decide, hey, I should give this a try. So around summer, I guess it was like August 2011, I was like, hey, why not? Let's watch an episode. And it was pretty good. So I watched another, and soon enough I was binge watching the entire show, well, the entire first season back then.
Yeah, once you do that,
And
there's no
I've been
going
here
back.
ever since.
There is no going back from that.
That's the point of no return.
Yeah. And now that you're in the fandom, what is your favorite part of it? Besides, obviously, Pez, because that's your favorite part of it.
Yeah, it's like I don't really have like a single genre of art, let's say, or like the community or anything. I mean, I hang out on MRP on the board a lot, so it's kind of my home now, basically.
Well,
It's pretty cool, but I try to like get a piece of like every part of the fandom, so I follow the art on Derpyboard, I watch PMVs from now and then, I listen to new pony songs even still, and of course talk shit about the show. I mean,
that's kind of our jobs. If on that board, it's kind of our jobs just to shit talk the show on occasion. So I don't like it. And since we're shit talking, we're gonna have to ask, and I know the chat is curious about this too. Who, in your opinion, is best pony?
it's like a really deep thinker, right? You think like, hey, my name is TSparx. That sounds like very similar to a name of a pony on the show, but it's actually Rarity, and it's been Rarity since the first episode I watched.
You're a dress horse fan? I actually wouldn't have picked you for dress horse. I'll be honest.
I'm surprised. What's the stereotype there? Why do I not fit?
I don't know. You don't seem the type who's really into prim and proper, given what you do and where you are.
What,
Oh,
you
that's
think he
rough,
likes?
man.
You
That's
think,
rough.
you think he likes American Applejack?
Well, golly, yeah, I'm sure that's what we're doing.
He's obviously a very sophisticated man with sophisticated taste on his sophisticated palate.
Well, now that we're talking about sophistication, let's ask a real sophisticated question that I know the chat has asked, and so I'm going to pass it over. TSparx, how big is your penis?
I mean, at the end of the day, none of us will ever compare to the prime form of genitals that is a horsecock. So does it really matter?
Fuck, you're right.
What's the race?
God.
My life is meaningless.
I mean, he's kind of right. But apparently the chat still wants to know, so I mean, on a scale of 1 to horsecock, where are we at?
You're like a decent
And so-
6.
Okay,
So were you,
well, there you go.
and so were you
How
speaking
big
from
the horse
experience?
is.
Yes, I'm speaking from experience. Like,
What the fuck does that mean, Enigma?
Yeah,
That's a
like-
very odd way. What?
are you?
You have to
Let's-
base a scale.
oh.
You got to base a scale on something you know. So obviously, if we're basing a scale on, micro penis to horse size, you got to have some experience with both ends of the scale, right?
I can confirm I have experience with both micropenis and horsecock. So you know what? I do have a judge on that. Never own a male horse, kids. You have to clean their sheath for them. It's not fun.
I'm so glad that you
Anyway.
understand that you fucked the horse now. Thank you.
What the shit, Milk? Thanks.
It
This
actually,
is-
you
this is what the
actually, you
scales are
actually
for.
did kind of make it sound like you fucked a horse.
Yeah, I fucked the horse. Yeah, let's go with that. I didn't, but let's. There's the soundbite.
Somebody get that soundbite.
She lived.
Enjoy the
She was the woman who lived.
Fuck you guys. Thanks, kids. Anyway. Anyway, we have questions from our viewers. Our first viewer is Alex _. And Alex says, "Hi, TSparx. How do you feel about
Hey.
MLP's performance in the Babbies this year?"
This year, this cup, well, if I were to compare it, it was worse than the Autumn Cup last year. Because I mean, it's not always just about the placement. Even though back then, I mean, we went out in quarterfinals as well, if I'm not mistaken. So the placement is the same, but it's not just about how high you rank, how high up you can place, how many matches you can win, but how exciting they are. If you think back to Autumn 17, there were like basically each of the group stage matches had something going with them to them. I don't know. It's like we had a match that was like versus MU where we were 2-0 up and they equalized, so that kind of sucked. Then there was the back and forth between Base, which we won, and then the absolutely insane match versus TG, which I still remember, where we were up 3-0, go with 7 strikers forward, and just go full offensive, Hail Mary, just try something. And they actually equalized. They scored 3 goals in like 10 minutes and equalized it to 3-3. And then, but Rape actually managed to get a goal in at 90 plus, as he usually does. So it's like each of those matches was like pretty exciting and kind of memorable. This cup, it was, I mean, yeah, we had like the MLP wins 1-2. We actually lost, but we won by losing, so that was pretty cool.
Yes, yes.
And
Adding
the
insult
TV
to
penalty. Yeah. I mean, I have to thank S4S for that. Truly the best friends, best allies. They bail us out, basically. And yeah, and then there was the TV match, which ended up with penalty shootouts. And, you know, there was like Hyenon giving a penalty, which was also memorable. So, like, yeah, there were some moments. Oh, yeah, I can't blame her, man. It's just...
I can blame her.
That's
I can
just
blame
her,
her
man.
for everything. I can always blame her. She's the perfect one to blame.
She's like the adorable chuckle fuck, you know. It's just like...
No.
She's like the innocent one, you know. She tries her best and she always fucks up. But she's like, you see that smile and can you really blame her? She tries
Yes,
her
I can.
best. She doesn't know what she's doing. It's
Innocent my
that's
ass.
so hard.
Innocent my ass.
I'm feeding the other team.
Innocent my ass. She's the only player we can confirm has had sex because she had a baby to prove it. Anyway, so genuine question. How much of an impact do you think the managers have on the game then? How much is this down to the whims of RNG?
Yeah, that's a question that gets asked a lot and debated a lot by many people who are involved in PES. And I think like there certainly is some amount of impact the managers have on the game, but it's like, hang on. It's like the more well prepared you are for a match, when you have like tactics you know that sort of work and such, the more well prepared you are, the less luck you need. Take the luck out of the equation.
Well, you do that with your rigging stand.
Yes, the rigging.
Yeah, I wish it would actually work that well. So it's like basically every team who isn't actively trying to lose, team can be lucky enough to win, and vice versa. No matter how well prepared you are, if the other team isn't literally throwing, and if you know about PES, like counter target on the defenders and such, and +2 all magic, egg press and everything, if they're not trying to throw, you always can lose the game. I think like a common misconception is that in PES you have large variety of how a match can end. You know, people think that, yeah, you are unlucky, like, for example, the O game, the MLP O game, where we had like Twilight choke 3 shots, 4 shots that were clear goals. And if she scored 2 of those, we would have won. Instead, yeah, nothing. Everything went wide or to the keeper or anything. So it's like, yeah, we lost by 1 goal, we had chances, and we were just unlucky. The problem is, I can basically bring up any kind of test we have done, and the issue is that the single PES game is so random that 1 game can end 4-1 to you, and you get like 10 shots and pretty good build-up and everything, or you can lose 0-4. I'm actually looking at like a test match we have done for Autumn right now. being unlucky doesn't mean you lost by like a hair. It's like you got blown the fuck out. You only had one shot on target, and you conceded 4 goals. And and people think, yeah, this isn't luck anymore. This is just bad preparation, bad skill, or whatever. But this is just the nature of PES 17 right now, sadly.
Well, so what you're saying is we just need to bribe Boris harder.
And we need to make a new cheat engine for him or anything that will secure our victory. I mean, I believe it's like there's like a system time abuse. It has to generate those random values from somewhere, right? So it's generating them from the time in BIOS.
So yeah.
Because when I'm testing on like a computer and my laptop as well, and the same things happen at the same time. Our team scores a goal or a corner goes into the net or anything. It's like, yeah, maybe that's actually like that matters. And I'm basically half joking because there's nothing you can really control. You can simulate that, but it's like there's something influences the result that is completely out of our control, and too much influence that I'd like it to have.
I think your bork in the back has a different opinion.
What
Excuse me, say that again.
What are you
The dog, his bork, the dog. You guys don't hear it from his end?
Enigma,
Dog barking? What?
Quiet.
Enigma, is there a fucking dog in the McDonald's with you and you're fucking confused? Because if
No, there's a dog barking from TSparx end. I can hear it. Can you guys not?
No.
I don't have a dog here in me.
I don't
I only
understand.
had,
Why
and
this-
she's not inside.
Wow, no, yeah, Enigma, you can shut up now. Fucking shut up. Anyway, so what you're saying is bribe Boris harder. I got it. Boris, please call me. Anyway, so next is fuck, marry, kill. Best pony, faggot deer, or Hyanon.
Oh, it's easy. Come on, man. You fuck Hyanon because that's a punishment. You marry best pony because she's the best. She's number one. She's always the best. And you kill faggot deer because nobody's left, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, no. Also, you kill faggot deer because faggot deer. Anyway,
I'm not gonna
so,
fuck faggot deer. Come on.
you kill faggot deer.
I don't swing that way.
Hey, damn it, Milk. I'm sorry. We tried, honey.
Actually, hang on. Faggot deer is a
Oh.
changeling. Faggot deer is a changeling. We can cut out the deal.
Yeah, you.
I mean, if he can shift into anything, I might actually kill Hainan.
He could shift into rarity.
I mean, then I have two rarities. Yeah, this might actually work out much better. Can I change my selection?
Yes, you can. If you want to kill Hyanon,
We're killing Hainan. Cadence can go.
Wouldn't there be 3 rarities? Because if you remember the rarity ball,
What did Enigma stop?
the rarity ball.
Enigma, stop speaking! Anyway, what sort of animal, human, or other sacrifice is necessary for MLP to get our long-deserved 3rd star this winter?
I think it's less about animal sacrifices and more about extortion.
See, I told you, extortion.
Yeah, get some incriminating material on the riggers, and anything is possible, suddenly. No problem.
We did record Boris saying some really weird shit, so maybe we can use that. I'll send you some. I'll send you some videos. Hon. You got it. I don't want to blackmail Boris. Maybe I can just ask real pretty or something.
This sounds like blackmailing with extra steps.
You're probably right. Anyway, so I'm just gonna say anyway every time. Might as well drink when I say that too. Are you excited for the new 4-Channel Cup? One of the most advertiser-friendly memes. Alex, what?
Yeah, this is like a new thing that happened literally like maybe not even that. Basically, Hiroshima decided that 4chan is basically going to split. 4chan will keep all the red boards, the not safe for work ones, and the blue boards, the safe for work ones, will be under a different domain. That domain is 4channel instead of 4chan.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I just read about that.
It's basically because he's just greedy. He wants more money, so he figures if he's gonna have a separate domain with all the safe for work stuff, without all the fucked up porn, without Paul mainly, it's gonna get like a it'll have a better name, and it'll be more advertiser friendly. More advertiser friendly means more expensive advertisements, more money for him. So this is basically what's going to happen now. And yeah, people I think are a bit overreacting with it. I don't think like anything's gonna change that much. If you have like 4chan X or anything, there'll be scripts that will just take care of everything, so you won't even notice. But yeah, currently we're all shitposting. We'll have like 2 separate confederations. One will be 4chan, not safe for work. One will be 4channel, safe for work. And then we battle each other. It's like in the NHL or whichever other competition you know of in America that have confederations. But yeah,
no. You just said magic hockey words. We're fine. Don't worry. Like you're speaking to a hockey fan. You're fine. Talking about different sports then. Moostasm is our next person. Says internet horse soccer. That sounds awesome. How did you get started with horse soccer?
Me personally?
Yes, you personally.
Yeah. So, I mean, I first found out about the cup win in the Babbies, 2013 spring, right? I'm not being like retarded here because my memory kind of sucks.
Was that our like bronze star bullshit time that I love so much?
Yeah, I mean, we tried. It was like attempts to like make a star out of a Babby win, but yeah, no, that didn't fly. Yeah, I've basically heard of the Fortune Cup back then at first, but coincidentally, it was around the time that season 3 had already aired, and there was like this year-long hiatus or something. Kind of almost done with Pony in overall, because I mean, season 3 with the whole electronication, right? It was a bit of a letdown and anything. My friends who were really into the show kind of started dropping out. Some of them even sooner. Here's like a weird flex. You know the guy? It was like this. It made news for a while. The White House, the administration made like a video commemorating JFK, and they added a picture of him in the Oval Office, and it had Spike photoshopped in it.
Oh no! Right? Oh no! Oh no! No! I remember.
So basically, that guy who made these was one of the guys who got me into the show. I started using it as a Photoshop practice, and basically 2 of his pictures survived. One of them shows up in basically every cringe compilation because there's like this deviant art comment. Because it's like Rainbow Dash photoshopped into some World War II photo, and one of them, and one of them made it to an official U.S. administration video for JFK. They took it down, replaced it pretty fast, but internet never forgets, right?
Yep. Wow. So next question. We have Terry the Human who says Happy Thanksgiving, which I guess doesn't really matter for you where you are.
Yeah, I don't celebrate that, but thanks. Yeah? Happy Thanksgiving to you too.
So what is your favorite MLP fan fiction that you've ever read, since we are centralized on FimFiction as the Barcast?
Ooh. Well, there's several picks.
Go ahead and pick one you like. You can also choose a green text if there's a specific Pony green text you really like, because we're also that friendly.
Yeah, but no, I'm gonna pick like actual fan fiction. Sorry. There's several. I mean, if you're looking for like mature stuff, I would say Salvation from Cordin Gardes.
Nice choice, actually.
I mean, in general, his stuff.
He's a wonderful writer.
All his stuff is fucking perfect. So like, that's one guess. If you're looking for like more just romance, the teen stuff and such, it would be The Enchanted Library and various stuff by Monochromatic, because I kind of take like I'm not exactly against shipping in general, so I enjoy it as like not exactly like a sexual relationship, but just them being friends and fucking around, whatever. It's like the Enchanted Library is one of the like romantic stuff, and out of the otherwise, I would say Child. That's unfinished though, and will never be finished.
Sad. I that's the saddest kind of fan fiction, but
Mm.
such
That
is
one's
life.
about clearly like in the alternate universe where Nightmare Moon wins. And so basically it's her rule for 1,000 years, and like basically her protege instead of Celestials, and there's like a lot of intrigue and everything. And I'm a sucker for the Nightmare Moon wins AU, so yeah, had a lot of fun with that.
I'm glad you found some fan fiction that has really tickled your pickle, so to speak. So, yay! And besides the fan fiction, is there somebody in the MLP fandom that you really want to meet who you haven't met yet?
I haven't really met anybody.
Oh, that's sad. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to meet anyone from where I live, so it's like I have not really much choice unless I want to fly to the States or something. But I don't know. I don't really have like a single person I could pick up. I mean, there's like a couple guys that are kind of cool and maybe it would be fun to hang out with, but I don't have like a brony celebrity that I just, I don't think I have really anyone that I idolize that much.
But I mean, the chat is saying, what about your co-managers? Hopefully you'd want to go meet them.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I could go with a beer with any of them, actually. Sure.
And they're actually wondering, and I'm going to ask in basic country terms, if you're willing to answer, what country do you live in?
Well, I've seen Deckard already spoil it, so yeah, it's in Czechia.
Cool.
Whichever you prefer, but I prefer Czechia. It's the little country next to Germany that isn't Poland, and it's Slavic.
Well, I think then it's time for us to do something that I know our usual viewers love to hear.
You mean German 2.0?
Are you willing, TSparx, to give us your best American accent?
Well, I mean, I can certainly try, but
give it a shot.
I can fake like a really bad British accent probably, but an American accent, I mean, I can do like the yeehaw and howdy y'all, and like this country drawl, and that's basically the best I can do.
You gave it a shot, and I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you the same way a mother is proud of their retarded child for not pissing themselves. So
that counts for something, definitely.
Yep. Let's move on. What is your favorite MLP song, be it show or fan-made?
Well, I'm a big sucker for the season 1 songs, so like, I mean, Winter Wrap-Up, of course, Best Night Ever, Out of the Dress. These are the classics, I mean, you can't really hate any of them, I guess. But fan-made, standard stuff that I was hooked on back in like 2011. So I mean, Pinkie Pie Swear and Alex S stuff and all that. I mean, I was like downloading the Everfree Top 100 playlist and everything, and I was eating all that up. So I was like, I didn't really have like a filter or any standards. I would just take anything that was like pony related. I would listen to it.
And the chat,
yeah, these ones. Yeah.
The chat mentions. So, are you ever going to play Winter Wrap Up after?
I mean, Ken is gonna sing to us, right? That's the agreement. Once we win the Winter Cup, Ken is going to come on stream and sing Winter Wrap Up for us. It didn't happen back in Winter 14, I guess, but the agreement still stands. He's still got to do it.
I am for this. I am ready. I want to see this. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Speaking of goal songs, hey Milk.
Hey, what enigma?
Giddy Up.
No.
Apparently, no. So
well, never mind.
I don't know what he's telling me to do.
No Giddy today, I guess.
I don't know what he's telling me to do.
We got to hear Giddy Up today, and we got to hear Better Get Ready to Die, which was great.
But I missed both of those. We had another game today.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that later. Actually, that's one of the questions I asked TSparx. For now, let's go. For now, let's go to the Witching Hour, who asks, is 4chan biggest gay or is Reddit biggest gay?
That's a tough one. I think it's like a different flavor of gay.
There are flavors of gay. Like, are we talking...
Yeah, 4chan can be pretty fucking gay. I mean, they got a whole board about being gay, and basically everyone out there is being gay. So it's like, yeah, there's a lot of it in there, but at least it's not like a circle jerk where you give each other up dudes and whatever, and it's like just not gay enough that you actually care who is saying what, and you're singling out certain persons just to give them the downvote or whatever, and feeling like you're just making a difference or anything. So yeah, I think it's basically a tie.
So Reddit is the exact same gay as 4chan, is what you were saying. They're just different flavors of gay, like cinnamon lube versus cherry lube.
It's the same amount of gay, just a different flavor.
Okay. What does the T stand for in TSparx? Does it stand for titties?
It stands either for Twilight or Tyrannosaurus.
Tyrannosaurus.
Because the history behind Sparks, yeah, because the history behind this name is basically like 2014. I needed a nickname on Twitch to shitpost Giddy Ups and whatever for the Fortune Cup.
Good, proud of you.
And I was like, yeah, I need something that's like pony related, but isn't, XX My Little Pony fan 98XX. So I was like, yeah, I need something that's like subtle, so it's like not obvious to everyone how much of a faggot I am, but the people in the know will recognize it. And back then, I saw somewhere, and I was actually looking back for it like a couple of years back, maybe a year ago. So I was trying to find it again because I saw a picture where the main six were remade as dinosaurs.
Yes, I love that one. Yes, okay.
And Twilight was the T-Rex because it was like TSparx, or it was something similar to that, or maybe I just hallucinated the name for it. But I was like, yeah, okay, let's do TSparx because there's like you see it, it's sparkle, it's Twilight sparkle, it's like it's a pony thing. But to someone who doesn't know that, doesn't know the character, the connection is not as easy to make. So I was like, yeah, okay, let's roll with it.
So this was all.
And that's why everyone thinks I'm a Twi-fag when.
Yeah, this was an elaborate attempt to hide your power level. That was all.
Well, yeah, kind of. I just didn't want to have like a really obnoxious name, so it was like, yeah, okay, TSparx is subtle enough, it's obvious enough for those who know. Let's roll with it.
You know what's sad about Tyrannosaurus Sparkle?
What, Enigma?
She can't read books. Her arms are too short.
That's why she has magic, Enigma. Yeah.
Blown
magic,
the fuck out.
Yeah, dinosaurs obviously had magic. Come on, read your history.
How else would they have survived so long before the comet came?
Yeah, not enough magic to save them. Poor dinosaurs. My respects to them.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, you go on Tinder, there's plenty of dinosaurs there.
Rip dinosaurs.
Everyone press F to pay respects to dinosaurs.
Rip dinosaurs. So anyway, how much do you hate yourself for getting into this right now, TSparx?
I have no regrets, actually.
Really?
I mean, it gets pretty stressful, but the thrill of the game, the excitement, and just seeing all the people cheer for the team and knowing, yeah, I at least somewhat helped with some of the things that are going on. That's like enough satisfaction and enough pleasure that makes it all worth it. So even if I get pretty upset when we lose badly and when shit hits the fan and everything goes bad, but later I look back at it and say, yeah, that was a good time, and I'm not regretting getting into this. I'll probably stick around for a while longer.
That's really sweet and really gay. So let's. How gay is big gay if gay is double RD? Apparently that's a question. I just saw gay and I read it. I should have read it ahead of time. That's my... I don't know. I should have read that ahead of time. I saw gay and decided it was worth...
And if gay is a double RD, that means a big gay would be like a rainbow dash squared.
So it's like...
mathematical equation there. Yeah, it's pretty big gay.
Yeah, and I'm also supposed to ask, hey, Milk! Are you the queen?
Yes.
I'm not clicking at you. Get fucked.
That's okay. I didn't expect you to because that's weird.
Thank you. I'm not going to fucking click at you.
Maybe
Arcade Strike...
just a little bit?
Better?
Thank you.
Fine. Arcade Striker JK5 asks, what's your favorite non My Little Pony franchise?
Yeah, that's one of the regular questions, I'm aware. And I thought about it beforehand, and I don't really have an answer because,
Oh.
I mean, I've never been like in a fandom outside of MLP before, so I don't really participate in any of that. I mean, I watch like TV shows and yeah, I play video games and whatever, but it's like, it's not really like a franchise, it's not a brand, it's not a fandom. One of them that people give me shit for, and fairly regularly, and I think we'll get to that later as well. So, like recently, one of the new shows I've been getting to, and it's like the single anime I've ever watched, is Uma Musume,
Oh,
the one with
like
the host girls. It's like the Japanese.
Monster
They're
Girls.
based after real. Yeah, they're based after real Japanese racing horses.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that one. I've seen images of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's posted on MLP like 2-3 years ago when they first announced it, and I was like, yeah, what the hell, man? I'm already watching My Little Pony. Might as well give this a try as well, and it's been pretty good. So it's like one of those that I've been enjoying, and I'm looking forward if there's ever gonna be like a season 2 or the game or anything, any other content. I'll be like, yeah, sure, I'll check that out. So that's like currently on a back burner because I think the game might be just vaporware and nothing will ever happen. Nothing will ever get released. But that's one like probably one of the favorites I'd pick. Yeah.
And have you ever done anything like fandom-wise for any other franchise, like fan art or fan fiction or anything like that, or nah?
Nah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's fine too.
like screen caps and webams and whatever. I mean, yeah, I make like the minor stuff, but I think that barely even counts. So it's like, yeah, whatever.
wow. It doesn't exactly count. I mean, you're doing enough for the MLP franchise, which is fine. We have questions from Rundown Jet now, and we're going to go through these fairly quick because I know there's the chat really wants us to get to their questions eventually. So, what is your favorite food that is really delicious but really bad for you?
I would say I not know even exists. We call it Stola. It's German sweet fruity bread. It's filled with raisins and it's filled with marzipan, and the whole bread is coated with like sugar.
So
Like there's just like only fat and sugars and nothing else, and it's just like sweet. Your teeth will hurt from eating it, but it's just so goddamn good. And it's like it's traditional for Christmas. I think it's traditional in Germany and influenced by it. So yeah, make sure to every Christmas my family always buys Stola and we eat Stola, and that's real good.
I want this. Anyway, we should. I need to stop. Whew, need to stop. What is the biggest or weirdest fear that you have?
I don't know about weirdest. I mean, I could like make something up that's like would really scare me, but I know would never happen, so I wouldn't really be scared. But sometimes when I'm bored, I imagine situations where I would be completely helpless to avoid them or do anything about them. It's like, I'm sitting on a bus and driver has like a heart attack or something and he slams it into a building and we're all fucked. This guy comes in and starts stabbing people or something, and like, what am I gonna do? And it's like, I won't be brave enough to run against him and try to stop him. I'll just be a pussy and run away. So someone will die because I wasn't brave enough. And like, it's like these scenarios, and it doesn't really like scare me. Like my heartbeat doesn't go up like, oh my God, someone's going to kill me right now. But it's like, yeah, I just started imagining like things like that. And it's kind of fucked up. And I wish I could stop doing that. But if I'm bored and I don't have a distraction, I just do shit like this. I think that's kind of weird.
And that is
The usual thing that people do for your health.
Yeah, that's probably not healthy. You should probably be careful about that. Just be nice to you.
Jesus, dude. When I'm bored, I just pretend I have Wolverine claws and slash everything while I walk down the street.
You're a weird person, Enigma.
That's pretty
Please
cool as
die
well.
in a fire. Please die forever. Do you know what bagged milk is, TSparx?
Yeah, I never actually had it, but it used to be common in our country back under the communist rule, so I'm aware of what it is. I've never really tried it.
Okay, well,
Actually, I've seen it maybe a few times on the shelves.
Well, in that case, you should never buy it. It's terrible, and I'm moving on to the next question. What is the habit that you have that you think is the most annoying?
The one that annoys me the most is when I get stressed, I start like kind of chewing on my lips a bit.
Mm-hmm. I do that
That
too.
just that ruins my lips. It's like I bite them a little bit for like a couple minutes and just a day or two or whatever, and it's like I need to fucking stop doing this. It's so fucking annoying me. But yeah, whenever I'm like stressed and up or anything, it's like I start chewing my lips and that sucks.
Yeah, I understand. I do that a little bit too. Oh, yeah, I'm excited for this question. Hey, TSparx, what's the theme song of your sex life?
All by myself.
Well done. How would you describe yourself using only 3 words?
Yeah, that's a tough one. I would do like something like sarcastic, probably stubborn, and I don't have a third one. Never mind.
And forgetful. Anyway, so
Actually, that fits very well.
if your entire life was a movie, then what would you title it?
I'm afraid that I will have to skip this one because most movies I watch are translated into my language, so I'm not aware of the English titles, and therefore I don't have a funny or fitting answer. Sorry.
That's fair. So something not American, which it's all we needed.
Right.
How big?
In a language you wouldn't understand.
Fair enough. I don't. So how big is your porn stash? We will judge you on this.
I think I could check right now, but I think
Do
it's
it!
like.
Nope, do it. We gotta know.
All right, fine.
We gotta find out how big it is compared to Boris's and Milk's.
Yeah, so it's like 15 gigs here, 12 gigs here. There's like another 12 here.
You've broken up into different categories, don't you?
Yeah, of course. It's separated into different folders.
This is the
mood for, right?
This is the maximum efficient way to sort your porn.
That's fair. I mean, I just who downloads porn? I just watch it online. And
yeah, so I guess it's like around 40 gigabytes.
No, what is the verdict? How does that compare?
That's pretty dope right there. Send some.
That's pretty dope. All right. So you passed the test. You're not awful. What? Well, you might still be awful depending on how you answer this. What is your favorite player name on the MLP roster, including retired players?
Favorite player name? So not just a player in general, but player name. Huh. Let me think about it for a bit. Because like if it was a favorite player, I'd probably just say Best Pony because But player name? I kind of like don't believe her lies, and I'm glad that it's already shit came back with it's still shit. So maybe these two would be my pick, I guess.
Well,
I'm forced to choose this one.
And I'll take that a step further. What is your favorite player name in all of the FCC? Wow, FCC 4CC. Wow, 4CC on pets.
Speaking of F1CC, when I'm missing the comfy formulas.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I like some of those names that frequently change. Dan Schneider on TV, or Mike Stoklasa on TV, I think also has like a name that changes every time. These are probably some of the favorite ones, I'd say. And also Charles II on his. Retard. And I just always have a laugh at that.
We have questions from Sunbro for Life now, and I'm gonna try to blip quickly too, and I'll do one of them that I always do. Fuck you guys for making me do this question.
The best one.
Fuck you guys for making me do this question. These are the easy ones. What's your favorite video game?
Ooh, favorite video game. Well, I mean, when I was younger, I didn't play video games all that much, so I kind of got late to that bandwagon. I never had a console. I always played on PC. So I probably missed out on a lot of good stuff, on a lot of the console exclusives. A wide range. And no, I'm not gonna say PES is my favorite game. I fucking hated the game sometimes.
Aww.
But like one of the ones
Fine.
that blew my mind the most had to be like GTA 3. Because I've never played like a 3D FPS shooter open world game like that before, and suddenly I just had it home and I was like, holy shit, this is fucking amazing. I can do whatever, run whenever, just do. I mean, it was great. It was fun. And it's like the game holds so much nostalgic value that I regularly go back and replay it to the point where I even tried speedrunning it. I can complete the entire GTA 3 in like an hour, 16 minutes, I think it was. Maybe it was under 50.
Fuck, man.
The world record is probably not even an hour.
Still,
Not really that good, but yeah.
It's impressive it's impressive to somebody like me, but you've impressed me. So there you go. What's your favorite boss fight then?
Boss fight. Well, that's the problem. I mean, most games I played didn't really have boss fights. So it's like, yeah, nothing. I mean, it's like strategies and such, and I've played multiplayer games, so there's no, but nothing really comes to mind actually. Sorry.
So your favorite boss to fight is yourself and your self-doubt.
Hashtag deep.
Yeah. Let's move on before I make even a worse fool of myself. Oh God, never mind. I don't want to move on. Fuck. Do I have to do this question, Milk?
Pencil, yes, you do. You
I'm
have
not
to.
good at. I can't do the voice, Milk.
That's okay, Pencil. You can just give it your try.
Is it the Skeletor question?
It is
Pencil.
the Skeletor question.
Pencil, you don't have
I'll
to
drink
be. You don't have to be Skeletor. You just have to be Skelenor.
Fuck
I mean,
you.
if you-
Fuck you. I'm gonna finish my drink and I'll do this. You fucking asshole.
Yeah, if you can't, I'll do it. Or if you don't want to, I'll do it.
Should I do it? Anyway.
The fuck?
Milk. Fuck you. Milk. All right.
Oh god, here we go.
Fuck you guys. Have you accepted Skeletor, Master of the Universe, into your hat?
That was actually good. That was great.
It's a pretty good impression.
Into my hat.
Skeletor, that's like the guy from the Undertale game, right?
Okay, that was worth it. Thank you for that. So, next question. You are in Ponyville. What business do you start?
Well, I guess the stereotypical answer is like the massage parlor. Because, I mean, fingers, right? So you gotta make good use of that. But
You gotta touch the ponies in the butt.
yeah, exactly. It's good business, man. It's honest work. But other than that, I would say like probably do something related to cooking.
Cooking. That's great.
Cooking, baking, whatever. Yeah.
You'd have to fight Pinky, but it'd be great. I'd watch that. I'd watch a show about, you and Pinky in a cooking feud. I would. Hey, who wants to get pictures for me for the that other guy is going to ask you some questions about 2 pictures, and you're going to see that in behind the counter. So how do these 2 photos, or not photos, how do these 2 pictures, I love this alcohol, make you feel?
Photos, yes, photos, because these are clearly artistically made photos.
I love this cider, you guys. I've had so much of it.
Hey, just check the exit data, man. All of this is real. But yeah, I'm feeling amused.
You feel amused, even with the Yeehaw Applejack? That might be a representation of what you thought Americans sounded like, I'll be honest.
I mean, if I pinpointed what Applebeans is Applejack Yeehaw sounds like, that's a great honor, honestly. I mean, Applebeans, if you don't know him, probably don't. No. Just carry on with your life. But yeah. In Pinky Tree is so kind of weird, but I mean, it doesn't really register on my scale of weirdness. I've seen much worse, so it's pretty cool.
We're going to go through some questions from Muggany. Now, I'm not going to do all of these, but I'm going to do a few of these. Do you like being you? Do you enjoy being TSparx?
It's pretty fun.
Yay, I'm glad to hear that. And how are you doing today? Are you having a good day?
I'm having fun today. I'm having fun tonight. So far, I'm not regretting coming on this podcast. So
Well, the night is young. We'll see how that goes. Well, you might regret after this. So, next question: are you gay?
no.
Does your
I
mom
don't-
know? Does your mom know you're gay?
At some point, I think he might have even considered it. I think there was like a really awkward conversation that occurred.
Really? Hold on. No, I was kidding, but now I want to hear about this. What the fuck was this conversation?
I'm not really gonna delve into the details, but let's say we all straightened it out, so we're fine now.
Do you like being gay though? Do you enjoy being gay?
Yeah, it's a good living.
All right. Well, I'm glad. We have another question by Riza, and it's: if you walk into a bar with two people, and at least one of them has to be from the Barcast, one of us, who are those two people and why? You can take any two people in the world to a bar, but one of them has to be from the Barcast.
Yeah, so which one of you is the biggest fan of beer?
Me. We're all huge fans of beer. I'm probably the only fan of hockey you'll find in here, though.
Okay, so I definitely gotta take you.
Thank you.
And whichever is the second in line for the enthusiasm for beer, and I'll take you probably around the various Czech pubs, and you'd see what the Slav drinking life is like.
I would
Slav
actually
drinking.
enjoy.
Ready for that?
The Slav drinking life or the Slav drinking wife?
Considering
Well, I meant live, but okay.
What were you going to say there, Rav?
Well, I mean, it's pretty close to Russia, so I'd want to come with you anyways.
I don't blame you.
I mean, Jesus, can you imagine all the access to vodka I'm sure you guys have? Fuck.
Oh, better vodka than we get in the United States. Definitely, Rav.
Exactly. So you're taking me whether you like it or not.
You can take it, no problem. Alcohol here is so fucking cheap. I mean, I'm talking a pint of beer for $1 on tap.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
So you get, well, like the alcoholism here is prevalent because holy dude, it's so fucking cheap. You can get smashed for $4.
Oh,
why don't
fuck.
I do this? Take me with you.
It was my turn to do it.
No, I've had enough alcohol. I can hit on our guests too. Okay, Milk. Now that I've said that in broad public, Lone Trooper has questions. Hi, TSparx. Welcome to the cast. Have you had your daily dose of rigging today?
Well, I actually have, because we've had some MLP matches happening today, 2 of them precisely. So I've taken the double dose of rigging.
And there was also the bug matches. So
As the bonus bug matches.
yeah.
So it's like that's an overdose, man.
Have you ever been to a pony convention by chance?
No.
Well,
No, because the only meaningful one nearby that like would actually kind of be worth going is GalaCon, and that's still pretty damn far away. And I'm not like you Americans who don't have a problem taking a flight and flying across countries. So it's like, yeah, I never really had the opportunity to be anywhere.
Oh, well, I hope you get to at some point, even if it's not a convention. Like, I hope you get a chance.
I mean, we have like it's one. It will come up later. I think it's called Chequestria. That's pretty damn nearby, and I've actually been considering going there next year because, I mean, what the hell? I should be at least at one goddamn pony convention. It's been a part of my life for now. So, come on. So maybe I'll go next year.
It's really, we have good experiences with it. If you're ever at an American con, let us know. We might be there. We have representatives who are at a lot of cons nowadays because we're horrible people.
All right.
So, assuming you're happy, how do you find happiness?
You gotta look for the simple things in your life. You know, don't think too much into the future. Don't worry what you're gonna be in 10 years, what's gonna happen in 20 years. Just your standards a bit, I guess, and just, you know, if it's nice outside, it's great. You know, just go outside, take some sunshine. You know, just it takes little steps to really be happy. And I don't want to like sound actually patronizing. I get that, depression is legitimate issue and whatever, but yeah, to me it's really simple. It's just small things in life keep me happy.
That's really kind of adorable, and I can't even like bring myself to make fun of you for it. That was really sweet.
For some reason, I thought the answer was going to be you find happiness at the bottom of a bottle.
That's what I do. No, that's me, Enigma. That's what I do. So on that note, knowing that when you die, none of your accomplishments, dreams, or goals will matter, and everyone will forget that you ever existed, does that bother you?
No, because if it bothered me, there is still nothing I can do about that. It doesn't matter. I don't really believe in afterlife. Some of you may, whatever. But it's like, to me, it's like, yeah, when I'm done, I'm done. So why should I really care? Why should I care about the legacy? Enjoy the now. Don't think too much about what happens after you're gone. Don't think too much what happens 100 years. It doesn't matter if people will really remember you for something. Just enjoy living in the moment. That's basically it.
Why are you being Why are you being a genuinely good person here? Don't you know where you like?
This is what happens when I get drunk. When I get drunk, I get like philosophical and bullshit. But when you look deep into it, I'm just basically saying YOLO.
You're still okay. That's better. That's better. I was gonna say like you're actually a sweet human being. That's really kind of touching.
We were getting all kinds of comfy, and it was very comfortable for a moment there. And then
you said YOLO, and now it's ruined. What motivates you to keep riding this roller coaster we call life? It sounds like you've already said as much as that you just are finding the little things.
Yeah, basically that's all it takes to me. I mean, it's just like looking forward to some things, and you need much else. It's like, yeah, I mean, even like you can even look a bit more long term. I mean, you get like it's winter, it's cold, it sucks, whatever. It's like, yeah, and you got finals, and work is a drag. It's like, okay, yeah, but go see my friend there, and we're gonna grab a beer and have a good chat, and we'll laugh a lot and watch some sports and whatever. And in 3 months, we're playing in the Fortune Cup again, and that's always exciting. That's always fun. So it's like, yeah, I get look forward to. That gives you the motivation to carry on.
Oh, I'm gonna move past the next questions because fuck that noise. Sorry, Lone Trooper. We'll get to you next week. Don't worry. Eagle asks, are you Chinese or Japanese? You are not either of those things that I know of, are you? I figured
not even. Meme from what?
King of the Hill. It's really American. It's really American.
I've never watched the show itself, but I've seen the YouTube poops, so I'm aware of King of the Hill, at least somewhat.
Oh, good. That's what you know of America. You know of King of the Hill. That's great.
Kill a kill. Why don't you grill a grill?
I'm gonna fucking stop now and go to our next fucking question. Oh, Lord. I'm not even gonna say what the name of this person is. Go ahead, Milk. Milk.
I'm
brothers. No. No, I'm not gonna
say yeah, go ahead and say it.
I'm gonna ask their questions, and I love them for what they've done. I love them for what they've done, but real question time. Real talk here. So, TSparx, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm just gonna say Pez to start with so we can all have a drink.
Sure.
So, TSparx, where was our defense, man?
Defense was on the field, it just didn't do much.
And why were our attackers why were our attackers with no support?
Because you can't blame the attackers. It's more that because the defense was so shit, the support for the attackers had to defend instead of them, so it just...
Well, I'm gonna kind of yell the next one at you because it upset me personally. So, so TSparx, why the fuck did you use the apple kit?
Well, first of all, we already cleared up it wasn't my idea.
No, we did clear this! Why did you use the apple kit?
Because curses are made to be broken.
If you fucking... But did it break the curse? Did it break the curse, Sparx? Did it? Or...
It will eventually. One time it's gonna finally work out.
After it costs us our next star, maybe! Fuck! Anyway, I'm gonna move on before... I'm gonna... Pez. Pez, drink.
People didn't break the curse. They got a new stadium, so they avoided the curse. They pussied out. They left.
Yeah, and it worked for them, didn't it? It worked for them, didn't it? So maybe we should pussy out and I'm gonna drink again. So why are there unfunny memes?
Because that's what the people vote for. It gets on the roster. It's just
people aren't funny. That's right.
I can advise people to not vote for something or vote for something, and I don't like doing that actually. But in the end, if you vote for it, you're gonna get it. It's just you're the masters of your own fate.
I would like to see the Burden back, so if that is an option ever in the future, I will vote.
Nah, he's gone. Let it go. Let it go. Let it be.
We still have Hyagon, and we don't have the What? What are we still?
He had a chance. He got a chance before this cup. Was it summer? Where was the poll? I don't even remember anymore. But he got a chance. He got on the poll again, and there wasn't enough support. What makes you think that next time, when we poll for him, it's done. It's over. He's done for.
So we have a leaky server. So we have a leaky server instead. I'm being salty. So next question is, where was our defense? So
yeah, the answer is still the same.
So next, Dick Record asks, Dick Record, I fucking love you guys. Will the next 4C ML panel be held at Czechquestria 2019?
It's actually something that I thought of for fun, because this isn't like coming from an outside, it's coming from the inside, from the managerial testing team. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna push for it, I'm not gonna like do that, but on the other hand, at this time, if like someone came and gave me an offer, hey, you wanna do a 4chan panel, 4chan Cup panel on our con? I'm like, yeah, sure, what the fuck not, man? Why not? Fuck it. At this point, I've just reached the attitude where I'm like, yeah, why not? Anything. Fuck it, let's go. It's gonna be fun, or it won't. It doesn't matter. Let's just do it. Who cares, man? What's the worst that could happen? Fuck it. But yeah, probably not. I'm not even sure the Czechquestria guys are aware of the 4chan Cup or anything, and it would still, in all honesty, take a lot of convincing for me to do it.
So wait, what you're saying? No. What I'm hearing is we all need to write in and suggest it in poorly Google translated letters. I'm talking like we go to Google Translate and we translate our like copy pasta letters, and we just send it to them saying that we want this until they eventually cave and do this. Is that what you're telling me? Because that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I should have kept my mouth shut, man. Oh fuck!
No,
if this is gonna happen, holy shit!
It's not like we can influence people to do it. So, next question. How big is Batista's I was trying to say Autista, I guess. How big is Batista's dick?
Sorry, who the hell is Batista?
Are we talking like the old Cuban dictator? But Raul Bautista?
I think we're talking about the wrestler.
I was about to say.
You mean Drax the Destroyer?
Oh my gosh. Let's just assume that his dick is horse size and move on. And then the next thing is, oh no, bros, we got too cocky. That's not even a question, but that's fine. Oh Lord, it's that time, isn't it, Milk? All right, I'll do this real quick because
Digital.
No, I'm gonna shill really quick. Alex, post the links. So you need to post links too, because I'm not in charge. If Alex doesn't do it, I always do it. Thanks. So here's the shilling. We do this not for profit, blah, blah, blah. We don't make any money on this, blah, blah, blah. We send money to a horse rescue program called Red Wings Horse Sanctuary. They're actually really cool. Support a horse there. Our money goes directly to him. He's a really cool horse, guys. He's a big old Clydesdale who's like ancient, and he's going to die probably in the next 4 years. But he's a cool horse, and all of our money goes to him. If you like donating, that's fine. If you don't want to give money through us because money-making scheme, obviously money-making scheme, then donate directly to Red Wings Horse Sanctuary. They're really cool. Usually I do a song about it or do a fake ad, but we're here today. We need to get through questions. So da-da-da-da-da-da. Please don't. We're just trying to get through this so I can get to violent questions.
You're the piano man?
He is the piano man. Milk, are you the piano man? Milk's the piano man.
Am I Ocean Man?
I hate both of you. I hate both of you. So
The pencil, I can take you to the land.
So the next questions are from Vylon, which means I get to actually say one tiny song because everybody's favorite question asker is Vylon, and she has gentle question for you today, and so it's time for questions with Vylon. Your question from Vylon today is, how are you today? This is really nice of her. How are you?
This is very thoughtful, and yeah, I'm doing great. We had a fun evening of 4chan Cup madness in the new PES 18 version, so it's fun, interesting to see, and this so far has been a lot of fun as well, so it's been a pretty good Saturday for me. Yeah, it's Saturday, yeah, okay.
So we have, I'm going to read this person's name because I fucking love it. We have questions next from Uncle Kapow Pizza Place. And their description for their brand new account they made for Fanfiction is, "Hi, Anon, this is the space where I tell you about myself. I really like pizza and football. Your carpet is lovely, too." So I'm going to try to just aggressively read this entire thing at you. So prepare yourself. Are you ready?
I'm prepared.
Good. Here we go. "Hello, manager. Now that we are finally allowed to talk, when are you going to pay me? I also brought my contract so you can renew it. I already filled in the player position column as first striker. They told me that there's only seconds, but why can't I be first? You aren't mad, are you? Phillies won't kiss my face, manager. Remember, I had some trouble, so I found a new co-manager. He said he'd help us win a star, or maybe even two. No trouble. His name is Taurus Killerai. And he's a really nice guy. Aren't I just the best? I also heard you had a bee problem, and I know just the solution. Just be yourself. You've got cadets in the house. After all, I'm your mayor. And manager, I don't understand. You say you want to fuck a horse, but you keep showing us the pictures of girls with horse ears. I don't get it. Am I not pretty enough for you, manager? Oh, and Auntie Celestia's asked if you like bananas, manager. I'm going to drink now aggressively. That's
Beautiful. Good job.
If you just want to answer that in general, just any comments or questions for that thing I just screamed at you.
Yeah, so about the payment, that will happen once they unfreeze my account due to the suspicions of rigging. Hopefully the accusations will clear up anytime soon, so that should be fine. The first striker position is completely fine. We just have to replace the MLP in the team column with trash.
Oh.
Pay your first anytime you want. I'm very glad that Tester Bro is coming back. I'm sure he'll be a really big help for the team. So amazing, thank you. And yeah, of course, I like bananas.
Because you ain't gonna find any bananas. I'm stopped. I don't know if I'm laughing or crying any. Probably yes. I think it's the first time where I've been more broken on a cast than our guest. Because Priest is gonna hear about this, you guys. Priest, who loves high and on loud, and then I scream it, he's gonna record it, it's gonna be fucking tone or alarm to get up in the morning. This is gonna happen. Flutter Priest is gonna happen to Flutter Priest. He is, he will too. Hi, Flutter Priest. Fuck you, my friend. I love you very much. I hope you die. The next questions are from Hymnos, and it just says, "Is knowledge a blessing or a curse?"
It can be both. I mean, knowledge is necessary for anything we have achieved as humanity so far, but it's like it can be a curse because back when I would say like 10 years ago, I knew this friend who was like in 16, 17, so forth, and he was like the fedora tipping intellectual, and he decided he was too smart for the world, and that the knowledge is basically really a curse for him that actually pains him. And he decided that he would start huffing like pain thinner or something to get dumber. I really doubt how smart he actually was already. Yeah? But it's like, and he went to like Pokemon camps and whatever. So it's like, yeah, I'm not.
No! Stop! Say that word again. Say that again.
Pokemon?
One more
That's
time
how-
for me. One more time for me. One more time. One more time. One more time. One more time. Say the word. Say the word. Say the word. Say the word.
Well, now it. Pokemon.
I love it. I love it. Thank you.
That's how it.
It's so
No,
cute. It's so cute. It's so cute, right, Milk? Like, oh my god. So basically, just watch the movie Pi by Aronofsky. You'll get the idea. we have questions from Dark Angel now, and I'm supposed to read these in a monotone, depressed voice, so I'm going to do that. And I think I know the answer to the first one, but we're going to ask it anyway, Sparx. You all set with that?
All right, let's go.
Are you truly happy with what you've done with your life? Lying is permitted.
But then there's like answering when lying is permitted. When you give me the option, I can say whatever, and you'll never know if it's true. But yeah, honestly, I think you can pretty much guess already. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with what I've done with my life.
That's great. Do you regret anything, like coming on this podcast?
Well, not that. That's been a pleasant experience so far. But yeah, I have things in my life that I wish I handled better, that I did in a different way, and anything. I mean, I guess nobody's perfect. Everyone has some regrets. Everyone thinks back to like, yeah, I probably should have, done something else. That's perfectly natural. So don't dwell on it.
All right. Oh, I have to be my deadpan, don't I still? Why do we hide inside these walls?
Because they keep us safe.
What do you do to remain happy?
Like, be happy, lol, for that. Just be happy, dude. It's easy. Just be happy.
Okay, thank you. Our next questions are from Tin Man. What's your favorite headcanon in the MLP world?
So that's like, I have like one that's just kind of bullshit, and that's that the Apple family parents, who are now basically dead, but that one stuck for long before it was kind of officially confirmed. It's that the Apple parents are in jail because they ran an illegal cider bootlegging operation.
Oh my god. Is this real? Is this a headcanon?
Yeah, I really like this, twist on it, and I wish someone would go and write a fanfic about that, because there's nothing, and I've searched entire fanfiction.
Tell you what, no, Sparx.
Yeah?
I will write this, but it'll be a shit fic. Are you okay with that?
It's completely fine by me. I just need something.
I will write this for you, my friend, and I will send it to you. I will write this for you.
Yeehaw.
I need this in my life. It's been years, and
I will write this because this sounds like the kind of bullshit that I would absolutely write, Bonnie and Clyde style. I will do this.
That's great. Thank you very much, then. And the other headcanon that's like more reasonable, I guess, is I really liked how magic was portrayed in like the first few episodes. You get like Ghostbusters, right? When you have Twilight like casting the difficult spell to put some miner to sleep, and it's like there's like layers of magic. And that looked really cool, right? It's like one spell is one aura, and the second is the second one, larger one, and so on. It's like really, it's exerting her. She's really tired and everything. It's like, yeah, this is really cool. And I would like magic that is more personalized and isn't like as overpowered, I would say, because the power creep is real in the show, and holy shit, is it real? So I like to imagine that like every unicorn has their own, talent specified to the cutie mark, and their own magic spells that are tied to the talent, to the cutie mark, and they like have all of that. And Twilight is basically the only special one because her talent is magic, so she can do fucking whatever she wants. It doesn't matter. And it's a bit of a cop out, but yeah, I'm not gonna delve into this.
That's a drama pot. You're stepping your toe in there. You know that.
Yeah, I'm aware. Yeah, I'm gonna just pretend I haven't said that.
You know what? It's okay. We're just gonna tip our toe into another drama pot. Bug ponies or gay deer?
I've been more of a fan of the bug ponies.
Thank you.
regular
Oh my
old
God.
style changelings, and the way it was like really a hive. How that worked, it had like the chain of command and everything. It was chrysalis at the top, and then you had like all the drones, and they would know what to do and execute the commands and everything. And it was like, yeah, it was like a really cool villain or enemy in the season 2 finale. I was like, yeah, this is pretty nice, and I wonder what they're gonna do with that.
And then they did that.
Reform them.
Then they
It's
fucking
like,
did that. Fucking dumb.
yeah, just open your heart. Just let the love flow within you, and a boom. And oh, come on, dude, that was so cheap. That was so cheap.
See, I always had a ridiculous, horrible headcanon, which I usually don't talk about, but I've had enough alcohol where I will. Where I've always had the stupid headcanon where changelings exist. They are born when a pony doesn't get enough love. They eventually just become a changeling.
Huh.
Basically, when they're neglected and abused and like everything bad happens to them, they just become a changeling. So Scootaloo.
And my headcanon is that regular changelings have holes in them because they're anorexic because of the lack of love.
Now that we've talked about stupid shit I never should have brought up, bird ponies or bat ponies?
I get that bad ponies are like somewhat canon thanks to the Lunar Eclipse episode, so that's like, yeah, okay, fine, but I mean, the bird ponies are just so much cuter, man. And it's like bad ponies, I get like a sour taste because every other kid out there just wants like a super cool OC, and they won't settle for a Pegasi, so it has to be a bad pony, and just like most of them look kind of bad, to be honest. So it's like, yeah, the bird ponies that actually behave like birds and everything, that's pretty cool. That's cute, and I like that. And
I will only accept that if they still piss and shit out of the same hole. And come out of the same
Oh my god!
Otherwise, if that's not the case, then you take that back. Bat ponies are the best. Life.
Flam, I'll write that if you fund it, kid.
Yes.
I will. You wanted a story that for me to write. You wanted to commission me? There's your fucking commission, Flam. Commission.
Wiring you $15 right now.
You fucking better.
So,
I fucking will.
Do they still do live birth or?
No, eggs that instantly like. What if they're half egg? What if you like?
If you're gonna go with a cloaca, you have to go with eggs as well. You can compromise on that. Sorry.
Yeah, I know you can't like platypus that shit. Speaking of weird anatomical, horrible anomalies, do you even crotch boobs?
I mean, crotch boobs are cool, but I think people tend to overdo it. And I mean, like, yeah,
what about Milky Way? What about
Milky Way is like is a funny character, and I like her and everything. That's cool, but I like when it's not overdone. It's more close, like to the actual horse anatomy, and it's just teeth. And there's like this one.
Hey, more than a mouthful is a waste, okay?
Because there's like a picture of Rarity where she shows her teeth, but it's like in a subtle way, and it's so subtle. I've never been banned for posting that, or even the image has never been deleted when I posted it on MLP. It's either so subtle that the mods or anybody doesn't just report it, they won't notice, or it's just in like the of My Little Pony fucking fan art that it actually just gets a pass, and I like that. I think that when it's like when you put just regular tits on a horse, it just looks dumb.
Speaking of dumb looking
for
tits,
funny purposes, sure.
No,
yeah?
Dumb looking tits. What do you think about
Right.
What do you think about dragons with boobs?
Best?
Dragons with tits, really?
I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, he can't conceptualize it because it doesn't fucking exist.
Yeah, because lizards don't
doesn't make sense.
You guys do realize what anthropomorphic means, right?
Yeah, it means I have so
It
much
means it's
imagination,
shit.
but I'm ignoring anatomy. Oh, that's so much better. Please say that again, louder for everyone in the class. What does it mean for Enigma?
Anthropomorphic stands for it's shit.
Yes. So we have another picture that we'll be posting. Milk's already done it. So how does this picture make you feel?
Much better than the horn hub idea that Petrep had for one of the Rainbow Dash presents, because this comes back to bird ponies, which I find pretty cute, and basically like a regular act of birds preening. Loot activity is just I find it pretty funny, so I'm a big fan of this, and I hope that there's gonna be more of it. Because it's almost like weird that we've been here 8 years and there's so little bird pony behaving like a bird art. Because there are some fucking amazing pictures, hilarious, very cute, anything. But nobody really jumped on it. The bandwagon didn't really kick off. So it's like, yeah, come on, make some art, man.
Well, if that's the case, I actually did Rainbow Dash and Scootaloo acting like retarded birds, if you like it.
Sounds fun.
All right, I'll throw it in
It's intriguing, definitely.
I'll throw it in the background behind the counter when I find it.
All right, so now we have questions from me. So I was asking, tell us a little bit about what you did today as far as Meme Ball.
Meme Ball. Today was a day of testing the new PES version because we, at the end of the cup, I mean, and if you're not familiar or don't care for the Fortune Cup, you can probably take a V break. You can just have 5 minutes. The poll at the end of the cup a week ago that most people want to change, want to escape PES 17. Because someone had time, we decided, hey, fuck it, let's do a PES 18, the new version, the cup for fun. That was what happened today. A couple of teams signed up, including us, and we just played some Kiki Ball. So I've been the rigger himself who took care of the cup, just to tell him, yeah, switch us to this preset, switch us to that preset, sub these at this time. And won a game, you lost a game. That's pretty standard, actually. And it's going to continue tomorrow. If we advance, we're going to have more games. If not, we just have the one and we'll advance. So there's still going to be a horse presence in the cup. Hopefully they will go far later.
Fuck yeah, I know. I'm excited for winter. I'm like fucking ready. So, what is your favorite model on our team? Not name necessarily, but just model.
Model. The latest, the big favorite is the Arizona model from Belongs on V because it actually has 4 legs and it's fucking amazing what the guy doing those actually pulled off.
It's creepy. It looks like a spider. It shouldn't be on the field. Hit it with a wet newspaper.
I love it.
It's like it's a bit unsettling the more you think about it. But it's actually pretty cute, Just don't make her like take those mid-air kicking shots where she has to jump in the air and do a scissor kick because that looks really weird with the 4 legs. And otherwise it's pretty cool. Yeah. Though there's been some debate whether we should like remake all of the ponies to make them actual ponies.
Do not
4 legs.
Do not do that, please.
Some folks absolutely want it. Some are like, yeah, maybe not, maybe don't do it. I'm kind of in the middle. I think like in moderation, it's fine. Like having 1 or 2 horses that have 4 legs, it's okay. But if it's the full squad, it's a bit weird. And yeah, when they're taking shots, it just looks weird, man. I don't know. It's just, but. Yeah, so I guess the Arizona, and if I had to pick like a regular pony, I would probably go for Rainbow Dash.
Oh, yeah?
Because she has like the Wonderbolt uniform and she just looks so dumb. And when she actually scores a goal, which you haven't seen in a long while, actually.
No shit, yeah.
And maybe it's gonna happen again sometime soon. I'm not sure. I'm still waiting for the Tracy Mayor of the match, so we can play. I can decide, because I've seen it happening in tests so often. It's like you get like 3-4 games where she scores a brace and has assists and gets the highest score, and it's like, yeah, okay, this time this export for this cup is gonna finally happen, and Tracy will get the man of the match, and then nothing.
Well, I'll skip some of my own questions to then ask another question that's important. So you're never getting rid of Tracy, right?
That's out of my hands again.
No. Like, you have to promise me that this isn't going to happen. Don't do this to me.
You need to rig it.
It's always rigged. What are you talking about, man?
Never.
But no, I really can't promise you. I think Tracy should stay, definitely. I think she deserves still being a medal.
Yeah, just
Silver, but the
Please be
bronze,
Tracy.
alright, sure.
please be Tracy.
But
Please
I
don't
won't.
get rid of her.
But if some people want to go, if some people want to at least demote her and make her just a starter, I mean, yeah, that's what's going to happen. I can, I don't have like I mean, maybe I have it, but I don't think I should have it. The executive right to say, no, I don't care what you voted for
Tracy stays.
in this position.
Tracy stays.
Because
Tracy stays. Tracy stays.
even, I mean, we try to like filter the poll and throw in like the verification question so we don't get swarmed by literal new fags who know nothing about it.
It's not like I've cosplayed Tracy before or anything. Please keep her. We have questions from somebody. I'm going to skip my questions because you've answered a lot of them and I really appreciate you answering them already. Also, I will just answer, how do you deal with everybody who upset after you lose matches? Do you just kind of ignore it, or do you take it? Does it bother you? Do you go get really drunk and cry? Like, are you okay, bruh? Are you okay?
It's a really good question, and it shows that it's a question from someone who's done their homework, because this has been a bit of a debate in the past few weeks, because I'm hypocrite in this. I'm hypocritical a lot because I care so fucking much, and I think like people who are there in the testing chat when the matches are happening, I swear a lot. I get angry, I get worked up, and because I care. It's basically it. So, and then I go into the thread and I tell people like, hey, don't take it easy. It's just a game.
But you're not taking it easy.
Enable,
What
yeah.
you're saying is you're not taking it. You're actually flipping out.
I'm just unable to take it easy. So I'm just like, after the match, like the 5-10 minutes, it's like I'm just like, fucking goddamn it, dude. It pisses me off because, and that goes back to the whole RNG argument and everything. Because yeah, it's like you go into a match and hoping, okay, so like let's say 6 times out of 10 it's an easy win. 3 times it's a draw, and 1 time we get blown the fuck out, and there's nothing you can basically do, because if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and it's like PES doesn't decide ahead of the time that yeah, you're gonna lose this match. It's like it keeps rolling on, and it's like, so every match you go in and hoping, oh my god, please let this be the good match. The good match I've seen like 5 times happening, and people are upset. I mean, the fact that they are upset shows that they care. Can you ask for, right? If it's like, if they care, that means it matters to them. That means you're doing something worthwhile. You can't disappoint them, and that's also why it kind of sucks so much, because you go in there and okay, if this happens, we're just fucked. There's not much we can do. Disappointed, and you can't prevent it. So it's like, and I'm salty myself, and people are salty, and I get why they're salty, and I get why they blame me and blame everyone and whatever. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I get it. I really can't blame them for being angry. That's great, actually, when you think about it. It's better than lethargy. It's better than if they were like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever, I don't care, and nobody replied and nobody cares. So it's like, okay, fine.
So what you're saying is, even when you're saying, hey, settle down, it's just a game, you actually encourage people to get emotionally invested, to get angry, to get sad, to get so emotionally invested in this meme ball that they feel something.
Sort of. It's a bit there, but it's like when you take like the Winter 18 run, when we got all the way to the finals and lost in the penalties. I mean,
I was literally screaming. We were watching it together, the Barcast.
Yeah,
and Milk and I were making like the highest pitch noises you've ever heard in your fucking lives.
That was absolutely amazing. It was a great run, and too bad it didn't work out. Thanks, Hainan. But yeah, that's just.
Sorry, we're good.
It's still a very memorable game, and I'm glad that the matches, the whole run was very exciting, so people will remember it. But it's like, even then, I was there for like over a year, so I knew damn well how cruel PES can be. Like, even though I knew that it's basically, yeah, by no means. So it's like, yeah, it was basically, yeah, we were lucky. I mean, we went to penalties, so that's That's pure coin toss. But it's like, yeah, okay, we were lucky, we got there. But even though I knew that, I was still hyped as fuck that we are doing it, that we got to the finals, that we have a shot. When Twilight scored that 120 plus, I was in fucking ecstasy because that was just amazing. I will never forget that. And yeah, and you can like sit down and say, yeah, it was just we were lucky, but you need to be lucky. There's never like a time where you can just do it on pure skill. You always need a luck. So it's like, even though I know it's all luck, there's not just much skill involved in that. It's just you have to be lucky, otherwise you're fucked. It didn't stop me from being excited, from being just hype as fuck. That people will, even though I basically unable to do it, I just hope that people will take that with them, that they will peek behind the curtain a bit when I talk about the RNG bullshit that repeats on and on, that they will see that, okay, so it's basically luck. Sometimes you can't do anything about it. Sometimes you lose and it just sucks, but it's just a game. But that they will take the losses a bit easier, excited for the wins.
I hope that people continue to be excited for the wins, but I'm not going to promise I won't be sad when we lose. Speaking of people who are sad when we lose, we have questions from somebody whose name is in Morse code, and I'm not going to try to translate it. I'm not going to read it out as like dit dit da dit da da or whatever. I hope his name is gay. Is it really? Is it gay?
No, it's really not. I have no idea. I just called it gay
Okay.
because I can.
Okay. His questions are: could you give some recommendations for interesting and entertaining stuff that you've enjoyed that maybe others could as well? And because they say it could be recent or old, doesn't mind, books, video games, etc. What are some like you must experience this for yourselves that you want to recommend to others?
So I mean, obviously there's the show itself. You should probably check that out if you haven't already. I don't know what you're doing here if you haven't already, but yeah, give the show a try. It's pretty fun. Outside of shows, I don't know. I've been like MLP. I've been rewatching like House MD, and I've been watching Westworld and Mr. Robot. Although I've seen only the first season, and it's like it can kill time and it's pretty fun. From video games, I can Slay the Spire, which is a card game. It's pretty damn addictive. It's every time I have like a 30 minutes off, I just launch it and play some cards. That is pretty fun, and that should tide you over for a while.
Yeah. Are there any people on YouTube or Twitter that you follow aggressively?
I don't really have a Twitter, so nobody there. But on YouTube, I mean, there's like Red Letter Media. They make great movie reviews and talk about even nowadays even various like Netflix shows, and they take what's fresh in the cinemas today and they look back at what was a big thing a few years ago or decades ago, anything. If you're more into like let's plays and such, I can heartily recommend Vine Sauce.
Vine Sauce?
Oh,
Vine Sauce, yeah.
I love Vine Sauce, so I understand. I enjoy it very much.
Don't forget Mr. Plinkett.
Oh my god.
He's part of the RLM. But yeah, so Vine Sauce, if you want to like funny let's play videos and such. If you haven't checked out like things like the Abridged series,
Yes,
series and such, that's a must see. You even if you don't like it, you should at least know like what it's about. Check out a few episodes and see like if it fits your taste, fits your sense of humor, and that's like the biggest channels I can recommend.
And I think that covers any sites that are recommended as well. In general, anything in your browser bookmarks that are interesting right now? Like glance at it, see if there's anything you can tell us about.
I check out like a few comic sites, but most of them aren't updating anymore. There's like an old GTA forum, but I think remember that was like 10 years ago. It was around San Andreas back then.
Oh
so it
Lord.
Was, and it was like this large community that like released mods and whatever. So it was like it's a bit of a nostalgia trip. It's still alive, but nobody is really there to hang out anymore. So it's like pretty much dead. But sometimes I go there to revisit old memories, just how we fucked around and did shit, and pretty fun. And yeah, there's a bunch of like sheets for testing, so I won't share that. That's private.
That's fair. Hey, hey, Milk! Hey, Milk, wake up!
What?
Milk, wake up!
No!
Shut up, Milk! Anyway,
I
Milk,
wasn't
stop,
saying anything.
Milk, stop shutting up because it's your time to ask questions.
No, I'm gonna
do
make
wanna-
you ask that.
You're gonna make me ask your questions,
Yes.
you fuckhead?
Yes.
You fucking Pez,
Fight
Pez,
me.
Pez, drink. Anyway. Oh, I've almost finished this bottle. This is a lot of alcohol. So, Mike, Milk, whatever your fucking name is, asks, Pez 17 plus 1 when?
It actually is looking up right now, and it might happen in winter, in the next cup.
No, don't do it. We're gonna lose our models. Please don't do
I'm
that.
so excited though.
Don't worry, man. Don't worry. We have some very talented people working for the team and for the cup in general, and I'm pretty certain they will figure out how to get all the models, or well, not all of them, I can guarantee that, but most of the models will make it safely to PES 18 as well.
Fine.
I'm super excited.
So if they're walking around on all fours, how do horses play soccer? With their front legs or their back legs?
Yes.
They pass with their front legs and they shoot with their back legs.
I like this answer. This works for me. So, where did the Apple Kit curse come from? From hell, Milk. It came from hell.
No, you.
I'm not sure when it actually started, and I'm certain it has some pretty deep history, but I've been really aware of it basically the last year or so, because we ran it in like winter 17. We played against JP, ran Apple Kits and lost, and subsequently got relegated.
Mm-hmm.
Then played it again, not in spring, but I think like 18 summer. There was like one more game where we played them again and we again lost. But I'm pretty sure the history runs deeper than Winter 17. People who keep this like these trivia facts and such, they remember them actually, because I better remember what we ran last cup, so I can really tell. But yeah, it's been around for like a few years at least, and we never won with them, so it stinks.
The lead Apple Kit. Will we get a new goalie, or will Derpy forever be best goalie? Well, Milk, I don't know if you know this, but we have a server as our other goalie.
The server's too leaky. Don't start.
Thank you. It is way too leaky.
Yeah, I mean, Derpy Hooves is sealed as the goalkeeper, as the starting goalkeeper every time. She's basically the most popular player on the polls every time, and there's no chance she is ever going to be replaced. And
she is safest. She is safest host. So
she's safest, and she has the safest position, but maybe aside from like rape. But for the second goalkeeper, I mean, yeah, things can change. For now, it's Hasbro Internet Security, and I mean, we still have a couple of months before Season 9 airs, so if there are going to be some more leaks, that's just going to strengthen his position.
All right, then I do too. So what are your thoughts on ML Poll? And please remember, Milk, I can't believe you asked it. Please remember.
I have to ask. It's an important thing. I was involved in things, and I want to know opinions on it.
Please don't get political. Please don't talk about politics. Just say how you feel about ML Poll.
I will avoid going political, but I've enjoyed Paul before the last election season. I would lurk it sometimes and have a good laugh, and when something was happening, I'd check it out and get the news and everything. I was fine with it. The whole the April Fool's joke was like pretty funny, and I enjoyed the mayhem that it caused. It should stop there. And it's like, yeah, we had our fun, and let's move on, just own place now, and just keep it like that. I don't really enjoy pushing the whole together forever thing with Paul. I would actually much rather like we just established more the friendship with S4S, or fuck it, even you, because we have like the cup winning curse or blessing. It's like, yeah, that's mystery. With Paul, it's just like, yeah, remember that joke 2 years ago, and that some of our MLP residents are a bit political on the on the incorrect side. Let's put it like that. So it's like, yeah, okay, I get it, but I don't want politics in my board. It's like, it's not necessarily that I disagree with you or anything, but just you have your own containment board. We have our own containment board. Just keep our own places and don't mix. Sickly my stance.
Fair. When are we getting the next star? And if you say anything other than winter, I'm gonna be angry.
So it's gonna be winter, but I'm not gonna say the year.
Thank you. Well, that's all I can ask. So you know what? I didn't specify, but I'm upset. But if you don't get winter this year, I'm still gonna be upset. How much? Wow. I almost actually. I was gonna say biscotti. I was gonna say biscotti.
How much biscotti do you eat daily?
I was gonna say biscotti. Oh God, where's my ball? There it is.
I mean, I'm like a. So I always carry some spaghetti with me in my pockets. You never know when you're gonna use it. But outside of that, I actually really do enjoy pasta in general. So when I get the chance to, and just or is it cook? I think you cook spaghetti, right? In my language, we boil it. So I guess, but I think you cook spaghetti in English. So whatever.
No. What are you fucking talking about? What you think we put spaghetti like in an oven and we're like, yeah, I'll set that to like an hour, it'll be done. You think that's how we actually cook spaghetti in America?
No, it's just like the verb for.
We say cook.
Basically,
we say cook.
making spaghetti.
No, we're not baking it. We actually boil it in water.
No, but for him,
but
the
you
actual
cook it.
action is to boil it. When you say it in his language, it is to boil spaghetti. Where for us, it's to cook.
You
spaghetti.
put it. Exactly. You put it in boiling water, so you boil it, but you cook it. But for me, in my language, cooking it means literally just shoving it into the oven.
We don't do that if it helps. We really don't do that, I promise.
I don't know about you, but I bake spaghetti.
When you put it in the oven, do you set the oven to Wumbo?
So the next questions come from I'm Just Lurkin, who made an account today. Thank you, Just Lurkin. I'm pretty sure TSparx still watches the show. So what is your opinion of season 8 overall? The Student 6, the finale. What do you think of it? Spoiler alert, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'm gonna ruminate on that because I really need to pee. And I've had 3 beers and my bladder is going to explode.
Okay, we got
so please
four,
give me
we got 4 more questions before we go to the chat, so go pee! Go pee! Don't record it, please. We've done that before. Please don't do that.
Oh, another song?
The peeing song that I wrote last time?
Yeah, the one.
Well, that was for Charlie, and it was poor Charlie needed to pee, and we heard all of his urination. Like, that was the bullshit I made last time. I don't know how to rhyme TSparx. Oh, poor TSparx. Oh God, Darks, Parks, Larks, Farks, Rarks.
Just wrap it.
We heard him take his dick out of his pants. We heard him water all the plants. It made us feel tingly inside. Remind us we're never getting off this ride. TSparx is the manager of MLP, and because of that, he always needs to pee. I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna drink now. Thanks.
I haven't seen the cup recently, but is there a Tempest Shadow model?
There is a Tempest Shadow that I saw.
Yeah.
But it's not like you're gay.
You.
Damn it. You actually are gay, so I mean
No,
I can't insult you that way.
He's not gay enough.
I'd say you could call me a faggot, but you guys have that banned in California or whatever.
Anyway, so in the meantime, we only have about. Are you giggling over there, Flam? Are you giggling?
Fucking weirdo banning a word. You can't ban a word. I'm gonna say faggot.
If you get political, I'm gonna have to punch you in your face.
I'm not gonna
see. I want to say things too, but I can't. I want to say things too, but I can't because I'm McDonald's.
Milk, I will punch you in your face, but I'll go to Ohio to do it. It's not a hate crime. How's fucking that? Anyway, are you back, TSparx?
Yeah, I'm feeling much better.
Good.
Did you just threaten to punch a gay man?
Shut up! I'm going over these last 4 questions, and then I will ask the chats, and that's what fuck you guys. I love you, but fuck you guys. What's the best episode of the season, TSparx?
Best episode of the season, I would have to go with the Kirin episode because that was just
Yes.
cute and it had a great song and everything.
Fucking.
I mean, let me quickly check what was in the season at all.
Also,
yeah, there's not much to choose from.
I'm sorry I'm being an ass. I forgot the first question. What is your opinion of season 8? I skipped over it.
Yeah, honestly, weakest season so far.
Ooh,
I'm sorry, mate.
hot take, yeah.
Ooh.
Hot
Damn,
take.
tell us how you really
just-
feel.
And,
It's a bit of a letdown. I mean, season 7 was doing all right, and it was almost hopeful that things might be good again. And then season 8, this whole school idea, the whole student 6
You're
idea.
saying it's the actual worst season of all time.
Yes, I
Yeah, we
rank.
just wish they'd focus on someone other than
All right.
Just
Um,
Twilight. Yeah. He's gone.
It's
He's
okay.
gone.
He's gone.
Someone
Okay,
dropped
good.
out of
He's
it.
fine. Ooh, that sucked. What is some good fan content that's still around? Like DWK, who we desperately want on our show. DWK, please come on our show, or the In a Nutshell series. What's some good fan content? And do we count?
Yeah, you guys been pretty fun, so I guess you're up there somewhere. And I'm gonna
Really?
talk shit
Ho, ho, ho.
DWK because
Shit.
DWK hasn't been funny for almost a year. The
Oh,
jokes
shit.
have gone old.
Oh shit! Wow.
throwing all
This
kinds
real-
of shade tonight.
This
That's
really
a lot of
boils.
shit.
This really boils my spaghetti.
By the way, I just want to quote Alex in the chat saying, "I want a nutshell DWK." Next question. Finally, what is your opinion on Boris and them's fighting herds? If he's willing to play, are you willing to play them's fighting herds with Boris?
I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but I've never really played the fighting game. I mean, I've played like 2 or 3 times when like some of my friends at Tekken or maybe Mortal Kombat. I don't really even remember, and it was like 10 years ago at least. So I would be absolutely garbage at it. I would just mash random buttons, but I'm afraid that will even make him like, if by some chance I actually like won a match, it would make him incredibly salty, and I don't really want to upset him by that. So I'm happy that he's playing it. Basically it's like some sort of promotion, and it keeps the not, but it's like the fact that there is some activity that is related to MLP somewhat. It keeps the general alive. So it's like the guys have at least some community because there's like 15 players online at any time, even less sometimes. So anyone who plays it and gets people to play it's good in my books.
Wonderful. And of course, Boris, we love you, and we're happy you're playing them's fighting herds, and we hope you like it. And Boris, please call. Anyway, I will cut you. So we're actually at the end of our questions, which is great. I was hoping we'd do this. So we're gonna start taking questions from the chat, and this is an important thing. There was one person in particular I know who said they wanted to comment from the thread on 4chan. I am watching it. I have been watching it. I see you. If you're there on 4chan and he doesn't really want to have his name known or her name known, I don't give a shit. Anons, whatever you self-identify. Apache attack copter. Post your questions, and I will ask them as best I can in the last 15 minutes. How's that sound? So.
I mean, anything goes basically. Whatever questions you have, I'm ready to answer.
There's some basic rules. I'm not going to ask about religion or politics or where he actually lives, or I'm not going to. Well, I might ask him to describe his first sexual experience. I might ask that, but nothing illegal. So if you have questions, ask them in the chat. I'll ask them as I see them, and if you want to say something in the thread, I see you. And if that is your question, it's in the thread. It's what's up with Poster Fig and VED.
That's that, baby. That's that.
Zed's that.
I mean, I don't actually know. It's like really keep up with all the guys there, so it's still comes around sometimes. I know he's like in the 4chan Cup channels, and that isn't completely that. I think he's still sometimes around, but he's just these people are busy now, so they don't have the time to dedicate it to dedicate their time to the Fortune Cup and do all that random bullshit that they've been doing back then. So it's like, yeah.
What losers? Well, in the chat we have questions.
To the cup, so.
In the questions in the chat include, what's your opinion on Poland?
Yes, I'm also curious.
Or like
It says, what's your opinion on Poland, Check Bro? Be careful. I ask again, no politics, okay?
If I'm gonna leave out the politics, it's like Poland. The Poles are pretty cool people. They get us cheap stuff.
Okay.
So you can, from like a Polish black market, you can get anything, even a black bulb, black light bulb. That's what they say. It's a language that's close enough that we actually can somewhat understand it. So I don't really have anything against the Polish. I think it's a pretty cool place, and
well, there you go. Yay.
I heard they clean a mad toilet too.
As long as I get to have my pierogi, I'm happy.
Good.
So who makes the intros? Because I'll be honest, if I were to say send you a hype vid for winter, which I will maybe do, is that how do we make those? How do we get those to you? How do we make the intros?
It depends. If you mean like a hype video for the entire cup.
No. You have no control.
No, just for MLP. Yeah. Of course. I mean, yeah, you have to send it to the streamer, and there's there's a guy who has like the templates figured out, and he's been doing an amazing job. They're like past 2 or 3 cups, I think, maybe from like all the way from the winter, and he's been great. So like that's basically taken care of. But if you want like to do an MLP hype video, have to send it to me, and I'll make sure to get it to the streamer to play it before a match. I mean,
so let me be honest. If I were to go through the streams and find Boris singing all the words to the MLP theme song, and if I were to create that video and just give you a video of Boris singing My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, would you play this?
In this purely hypothetical scenario that will surely not ever happen, yes. Yes, I will give it to him, and it's up to him if he will play it, of course. I mean, I can't convince him, I can force him.
But if he doesn't know, and I'm assuming he's not going to watch this. So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, whatever you send me, I'm open to any kind of fan content. So it's like everyone who makes it, because it's like, me as a tester, as a manager, really worth that much. It's the people who exactly make the hype videos, who make art, who make voiceovers and everything, because that's the main fun thing. I can be replaced with a paste bin with set instructions.
No, you can't. Don't do that. No, you can't.
I mean, it depends on the instructions, but if you're gonna like make something sensible, it's basically gonna be the same. Most people won't even notice. It's like, the game is so random. It's just like it can end up like whatever. That's no big deal. And even if I quit, there's like 5 different people that can replace me, no problem.
Well,
creators that are the ones who like actually matter and who I want to keep around and who I'm proud of.
Like Rag 567. Yeah. Right?
Like Rag, exactly.
Yes, like Rag. So a question from MLP. Do you feel in charge?
I've been doubting that recently.
Do you feel in charge?
I'm honestly embarrassed. I can't remember how the line goes after that in the movie.
Oh. Okay.
Who are you? Or you're a monster or something like that, and I can't recall, and that's shameful.
Have we started the Fire Brothers?
Yes.
The fire rises.
So what are you talking on? I didn't know there were microphones.
Your microphone just cut off nicely, so.
Oh, good. Am I here now? Am I live?
Yes.
My question was, what are you talking on? I didn't know there were microphones in Europe.
Exactly, a microphone. It's an old headset I used.
I see.
Like I've had it for like 10 years, and the speakers, the headphones itself are completely fucked nowadays and don't even work anymore probably, but the microphone still hangs on and it has pretty good audio, I think. So it's like, yeah, I'm keeping this around, so I wear one headset around my neck to have the microphone nearby, and another set of headphones on my head so I can hear the sound. Weird setup, but it works, so I'm not gonna fix it if it's not broken.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. What is your opinion on Glimmer?
She was a good villain. I enjoyed the concept of just, a regular pony who learns one pretty good spell and goes far with it and is actually proven wrong and isn't just immediately, what's the word, reformed.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning of season 5, I was like, hey, cool. I mean, it's like she has some motives and she, just isn't like some big bad laser shooting T-Rex kind of thing. It's like just a regular pony with a spell. It's cool. And she runs away. So it's like, okay, fine. And then they reformed her and gave her one of the dumbest motivations they could have. They didn't even bother fleshing it out or anything. So currently I'm a fan of Glimmer. The only upside she has is that Trixie hangs around her. And pony, so it's like, yeah, if she's enabling us to have Trixie on the show, it's like, fine, you can stay for now. Okay.
Also, I'm gonna be girly for a second. I'll even put on my girl voice for this. And you guys, they got rid of her bangs, and it's super ugly. That's enough of that. And here's a serious question, and I hope this doesn't bother you too much. What would it take for you to retire?
It will have to stop being fun.
You know what? Actually, that's what we say at the Barcast too. It has to stop being fun. We really don't care if no bitches is we're having fun. And I love these stupid faggots, don't I?
No, you.
Apparently.
Say I love you or I'll kill you all!
No, you!
No, you!
Listen to my McDonald's background noises as my answer.
Please turn off the McDonald's background noises. Oh my gosh. On that note, who is worst pony?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Are we picking just out of like the main 6?
No, just worst pony ever. All ponies.
All time.
Yeah, what Flam said.
There's a lot of garbage ponies, but I mean, like the worst one is probably Twist. Twist just sucks. Do you remember Twist?
I do, and I was drinking, and I was just remembering, like, I was just suddenly remembering, like, sorry, I can't hang out today. I got my cutie mark.
This so shit.
Oh my God.
I'm glad she was written out.
She's gonna come back as a new
She's
villain.
been in the background. She's been in the fucking background, but like, fucking.
Yeah, she didn't have a chance to speak, and that's all I really require.
Apparently, the chat aggressively agrees with you, and I do.
What about someone who's more mainstream? Who's terrible? That's more mainstream.
Yeah, who's the worst mainstream? Like, who's worst in the main 6? I guess. Glim.
The main 6, it's like, I mean, it kind of comes and goes, depends on who has a good episode and who doesn't.
True.
Currently, it's Pinkie Pie.
Oh,
I miss old Pinkie. I'll be honest. I miss Pinkie.
She was like top 3 in like the first season or 2, and then she had like a series of bad episodes, dumb episodes, and it's just like, and I realized, yeah, fuck you, mate. It's like around Philly Vanilli. That was like the breaking point. You know, when she yells at Fluttershy and makes her cry because she's like suddenly socially retarded and cannot pick up on any clues. I was like, yeah, I'm done with you. You're trash.
I remember when you gotta share, you gotta care. Was annoying, and now I'm just like, I wish for the days of you gotta share, you gotta care. I do.
Same.
Before we go, there's one more question I really wanted to get to, which was, are you going to run main 7 kit abuse in winter?
Main 7 kit abuse? What? How would that actually work?
I don't know what this means, so I wanted to ask you, because I figured you probably knew more than I did. Oh, there was another question. Excuse me. Well, you can ask that. I'm going to go back and try to find this one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering because one of the main 7 kits is already cursed. So
7 games from group stages up to the final, each kit for different games.
Yeah, we actually kind of tried to do that, to not repeat kids. We pick kids on how they're relevant to the other boards. So like, when it's O, we pick Dash because she's the fast one and she's about racing. If it would be like FA, it would definitely be the Rarity kids and so on. If it's AN, it's Fluttershy because she's good with animals and so on. So we like to theme the kids around the boards we play against. And we also try to not repeat ourselves. If we don't have like anything that really relates to the board, we just pick like the standard. So it's like either the Purple Twilight kids or the Dash kids next, so on and so on. So we basically try to get as many kids in a cup as we can. So we are already main 7 kid abused, yeah.
Then very last question, which I looked over, which I'm stupid for looking over, is would you prefer Malp or Mulp for TTC? Tag Team Cup.
Tag team cups. I mean, that's kind of difficult because I think MLP as a board just doesn't gel well with the other boards in tag teams.
Ooh.
Because
Wait. No. I'm with them here. M4LP in honor of S4S for getting us in.
I mean, that could maybe work, but it's like, we had like MALP, which was not with U but MU, and
well, no,
basically even with U,
fucking
it's like because it's like either you like ponify everything, anything in common, and it's like if we just do 20 players who are just bonified memes from their board, what are they getting from this? What's the other board getting from this?
I'm pretty sure S4S would do it just to piss everyone off. Like, I'm pretty sure they'd be down.
Yeah, S4S is the most likely to be game, and
yeah, and they really did help us out, and
exactly. So yeah, maybe like S4S, but if it's between Malp and Malp, I will go with U because overall still pretty sucks, and you like the humanized art of our pony lesbians and our pony shipping, and I think we have some appreciation for two female characters being shipped together as well. So I think there's like some common ground there.
Yeah, but he doesn't love that.
Yeah, but it would still be very hard to like make a full roster that wouldn't feel cheap or lazy. Challenge, and that's always why I kind of stayed away from the tag team cups because it's just hard to make a good team.
Well, we're going to cut it off there because it is time to call it a night. We've done this for 2 hours and you've been a great sport. So thank you so much for coming on the cast. Is there anything you want to leave everyone with? Last time, Boris said that this one was for his fans. And yeah, you can quote him on that, motherfuckers. Is there anything you would like to say to everyone watching or to anyone who loves you or hates you?
It's like this has been a lot of fun, and I would like to thank everyone who tuned in, who asked questions, who just had fun. I'd like to thank everyone who's just watching the cup and having fun with it. Doesn't matter if you yell at me when we fuck up something or anything. It's all cool, and I'll leave you with a thinker. Something to.
What's the thinker? What's the thinker?
If you had an apple with a straw, apple through with it, and a pebble had him dropped through it inside the apple because gravity can't apple. Galaxy
you know what
brain.
I would do? You know what I would do? You know what I would do? Buy some apples. So on that lovely note, thank you for tuning in. This has been the Barcast. Find us, Alex. Post the things. You can find us on YouTube. This cast will be on YouTube in a couple of days. You can also find the Boris cast there as well as others we've done with voice actors. Like we've even interviewed John Delancey, but that's a super secret thing. You'll find it later. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to subscribe to us, like whatever you want to do. And your bartenders this night have been Enigmatic Otaku from McDonald's.
Barcaster.
Fuck you. Flammenwerfer.
Yes.
Milk.
Barcaster.
Fuck you guys. Rav.
I have real straws.
Thank you. And I've been a non-pencil, and our guest tonight has been TSparx.
Cast.
Have a great night. We'll see you next. What guest do we have next week? fuck you. Okay, we'll see you next. Thank you, chat. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. Good night. Get drunk. I'm gonna do that now.
No, you.
Mm-mm.